There was an article on youinc.com, which is an interesting website for you business owners out there. You definitely need to check it out. It was a company being interviewed about the challenges that they face trying to get financing for their new business. It's a good read if you're a business owner, and if you've ever tried to get money or you've thought, like, am I the only one who's crazy? Are these banks really as difficult as they appear to be? I think this article you'd find would help alleviate that concern that you're out there alone. Many businesses face that challenge of trying to work with banks. And we hear this all the time. In fact, this is why we built the emilynow.ca platform, was to try and take a lot of the guesswork out of what's happening when you go and visit with the bank. What math are they looking at? What documents do they need? Why are they making the decisions that they make? And you go to one bank, you fill out paperwork, you go to the other bank and fill out paperwork. I mean, this just, it's, if you're a business owner looking for financing, it can be very difficult and very frustrating. Oftentimes, as you'll read in the article, you'll get down the road with your bank only to discover at the 11th hour that they say, geez, we've decided we're not going to approve that loan for you. Sorry, we know we've spent 90 days of your life trying to put this together, but we just don't think it's going to work. And so that happens all the time. Banks want too much security. That's another big concern that we hear. The bank wants personal guarantees, and I don't really want to give a personal guarantee. That's always out there. I mean, the list of things we hear from businesses trying to borrow money, the list just doesn't end. But borrowing money is a big deal, not to be taken lightly. There's many different variables that you need to know about, but you can be prepared and you can give yourself the best possible shot possible. We built emilynow.ca to help businesses with this exact problem, kind of this never-ending list of things that you need and paperwork that's required, and kind of that cycle that just doesn't seem to break at all. Over the course of almost 2 decades, we've had to help borrowers with the same situation, so we've helped hundreds and hundreds of businesses get the money that they need. Many borrowers don't realize that banks, they don't want to lend to every borrower that walks through their door. In fact, banks decide which kind of businesses they want to lend to, and that's not the same across all banks. And not only the types of businesses, but also the types of industries that they want to lend to. And so each bank, they have kind of a profile borrower that they have in mind. They're similar, but not always the same. And then they have these internal credit systems that help them decide, when the information finally does start coming in, is this a client that we want to approve? And if we do, what interest rate are we going to give them? Key is, every bank has a different credit system. So they use the same basic criteria, but once you get over the basic criteria and now you're into the nitty-gritty, each bank sort of treats each application a little bit differently based on how they have decided to lend money for any given year and the kind of interest rate they want to get and the kind of margin they want to make. So if you're frustrated at dealing with the banks, you're not alone. There's many of businesses out there that have been frustrated and continue to be frustrated, but visit emilynow.ca because there's a different way to go through that experience. Instead of creating multiple applications, visiting multiple banks, and waiting for multiple answers, you can do it all in one place in one shot and determine what might be available to you. So good luck with that.